One of the things I love about hosting Alabaster Living is that I get to see old friends and make new friends, and today is no different. I get to be with my old friend Scott Brakfield, President of the City Council. Scott, it's an honor to be with you today. I just love getting to hang out with you.
Heck yeah, an honor though. That's a lot, but
you're like the President of the City Council.
Yeah, no, it's great to see you. I love what y'all are doing, keeping our residents informed. It's a great thing that y'all are doing.
Well, we're enjoying being able to do it. So, why is it so important to you to have a role in leadership in the city of Alabaster?
Well, I mean, we grew up here, moved here in the late 70s, my family and I did, and so to see the city grow from about 5,000 people in the late 1970s to over 32,000 people now, I just have a heart for the city. I didn't think that when we were growing up in high school. You think about, hey, I got to get out of this place, I got to move off and do other things, but marrying a hometown girl and moving back to the city was always important to us, and raising kids here, going through our school system, and getting them to experience the same things that we got to experience growing up. So I think it just kind of felt natural when the opportunity presented itself about 8 years ago to run for city council. So I've enjoyed it, have a heart and a passion for the city to see us continue to grow and get better.
That's great, and I love your hometown girl that you married, by the way.
I know.
One of my oldest friends in the world.
Yeah.
So what about the Alabaster school system? I know that was one of the things that you helped found and get started, and how do you think it's going?
You couldn't draw it up any better than what's been going on. Dr. Vickers, the Board of Education have done a tremendous job. The construction of the new high school, it's really impressive. I got an opportunity to go out last Friday with Adam Mosley and Dr. Vickers and tour the campus, and it's just truly amazing that us, the city of Alabaster, really, if it's not going to be the best high school in the state of Alabama, it's going to be in the top 3 easy. Beautiful campus, beautiful structure. The plans that they have are just absolutely amazing. It's one thing to do the bricks and mortar and have the shiny buildings and all that different stuff, but having a mother-in-law that's a secretary at the high school, sister-in-law that's counselor at the high school, graduation coach, and then my wife who's a teacher at Meadowview Elementary School, I get to see the inside parts of it. I get to see the expansion of the curriculum, the investment in technology, all the new tools that the teachers are being able to have nowadays that they just didn't have previously. So I couldn't imagine it going much better than what it's gone.
And
so
when is that set to open, the new high school?
Yeah, I asked again last Friday. I was like, no, it's going to open next fall. And Dr. Vickers says, yes, that's what they're shooting for. I think they'll have a better, more firm timeline in December, but that is the goal. And, even though it's 90 degrees in the middle of October, that's great construction weather.
Yeah, it is, and no rain. So that's great construction weather too. So tell me about the City Council. What are some things that you guys have in the works right now?
Well, the City Council is always trying to balance, what we call wants versus needs. Every want seems like a need, every need seems like a want. The growth of Alabaster has just been, it's exploded over the last 15 years. So trying to keep up with our infrastructure is critical, and that makes it very challenging when it's only so much money. There's only so much money there to operate the city and continue to provide the services that we provide. So it's very important that the council, that when the budget comes to us, we find a way to be able to provide for our residents, provide for our department heads, our employees, and sometimes that makes it a little challenging because you want to be able to provide all those things. So trying to recruit more economic development, bring more tax dollars here. I think the mayor spoke to you the first time that y'all did your episode, how important it is for people to shop here, and it sounds trivial, but it really is. It's amazing. We mentioned the school system earlier. Our people forget that our feasibility study that we underwent to see if we could sustain a school system, it estimated the 1 cent one cent sales tax is generating $3.5 to $4 million. We're 4 years in, 5 years in, it's already generating $5 million. And that's just simply from the residents deciding, hey, I'm gonna buy my gas here. I'm gonna go grocery shop here. I'm gonna buy my clothes here. So it's so important because then that comes back to the city, and hopefully we'll be able to improve our infrastructure, buy the things and the resources that our city departments need.
Yeah, well, that's great. What about when you think City of Alabaster long term? What's your vision for that? Like, what's something you're like, oh, I just can't wait for that to happen?
I think two things are critical, and it sounds boring, But two things are critical, and that's the expansion of Highway 119 South and the expansion of 65 North. We struggle moving people around the city. We want to grow, but we want to grow responsibly. And when I say we want to grow responsibly, we already know that we have our road projects and congestion and things like that we have to deal with. So to imagine 5 years from now that Highway 119 will be expanded down past Veterans Park, or to imagine that 65, I sit in that traffic every morning, to imagine that 65 is going to be widened, that's things that we work with the state, the federal government on, trying to come up with those funds to be able to expand those projects and get those projects rolling. It's been a long time coming. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get to see that come to fruition here within the next 5 to 6 years. It's just painstakingly slow.
Yeah.
Government moves so slow.
Yeah.
So
well, that's a lot to look forward to.
yeah.
There,
so and we got to continue to recruit economic development. We want to be able to provide the restaurants that our citizens want. We want to be able to provide the retail that our citizens want, because we do. We ultimately want to hope. Our goal is to be able to have everything that you need right here in the city of Alabaster.
Well, I know the citizens of Alabaster appreciate all you do, and I know I'm super proud of the leader that you are and all the great things you're doing for the city, and just couldn't be more excited about Alabaster and where it's going.
Thank you so much. It's important that we are able to get our message out through. Y'all are doing a great job. I love the Facebook posts. I watch them every time. So continue the good work, and thank you so much for coming out and spending some time with us.
Thanks, Scott.